Well, you really put the spot on there. You know, find out I'm never going to follow that. Well, first of all, it's lovely to see 160 people have made such an effort for a free meal. It's a shame, really. Now, firstly, I suppose I introduce myself. Well, you already did. But anyway, I'm David, and this is...
My name's Tommy.
Now, me and Tom should also mention we're not actually really friends with Brendan, so we're open to bookings all summer. We'll do it to anyone. Well, I hope so. So thank you all for making such an effort today. You know, you've really made the day wonderful so far, and let's hope it continues that way. Now, on the speech itself, myself and Thomas were of the opinion we should put aside childish stories and just focus on what absolutely wonderful people Brendan and Eleanor were. Worse. Well, I'll take it back, sorry, R. So we went through a list and we went to the pros and cons, you know, of what's good and what's bad. And we came to realise that if we just focused on the good, it would be a very, very short speech. And there'd be no real point in continuing it. So without further ado, I'd like to pass myself over to Thomas.
Thank you, David. I have known this guy, Brendan, I would say now, for about 15 years, maybe more. I remember when he cycled up to my house for the first time on a little bike with stabilisers. I didn't even know him. I didn't even know him. No one knew him. And he begged me to come out and play with him because no one else would. He was a loner kid just over from Australia. No one else wanted to know him or accept him in the Royal Society.
Sorry,
But little did I realise at the time that agreeing to this Brendan's friendship request actually turned out to be the worst decision of my life. Brendan has ended up teaching me to do and enjoy all the bad things in life. Drinking, gambling, smoking, to name a few, and so many others which he would not thank me for mentioning today. But anyone else wants to know, they can ask me later. But apart from all the bad influences and destructive influences he had in my life, the truth is he is one of the most smashing guys in the world. He would do anything for his friends. And his only downfall is that he is too nice a person. He's the best guy out there. He's amazing. Give him a clap. You ask anyone that knows him, he is one of the most dead on, do anything for his friends, soundest, bloke, whatever. He's one of my best friends, if not the best friend in the world. And everyone loves him, he's amazing, so to Brendan. Sometimes I think Eleanor must wonder what's going on, because me and Brendan are on the phone, I would say 4 or 5 times a day, maybe more, 4 to 5 times a day, on a quiet day. And she really must wonder what's going on. But the truth is that 4 out of them 5 times, all we're doing is discussing the bets and like, is Tiger Woods going to win the Open? Is Padraig Hamilton, or sorry, is Padraig Harrington going to finish in the top 5 at 4 to 5? Is it worth 50 quid? So, basically, that's all we're talking about. I'm not trying to steal Brendan from you. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to change his sexuality. But basically, all them nights, Eleanor, when you head out and me and Brendan sit in, nothing much happens. The first time was nice, the second time was really sore, and now we just play internet poker. So, you can decide what is the lesser of 2 evils, but because you deleted the internet poker table from the laptop, I think that you've decided that that is what you want to go on. Anyway, back to David Rutherford.
we've decided to break this speech down into stories of their lives and give them each a wee chapter to themselves. So we've started with Brenton, as he's the groom and he's the easiest target. So we went for previous relationships, Brenton. To my knowledge, Brenton's only ever really had a few serious relationships of any note, of course, outside the Lundray Eleanor. Now, the one that stands in my mind is a girl who found fame on an airport show on ITV. Brenton, do you know who I mean? Now, it so happens that this girl went on to become a lesbian, Brenton, after about 3 or 4 years with you. And that does seem to be a recurrent theme after long periods with you. But anyway, well, let's all just hope you don't go down the same path, because we don't want any more heartbreak. Now, that's really Brenton's previous relationships in a nutshell, but I think him and Eleanor will be very happy together, as long as I've known them. It's all worked very well. So I'll pass back to Thomas for his next story on Brent.
Me and David decided to call this section Brendan and Embarrassing Stories. Well, me and David both decided if anyone wants to know the real stories that probably legally we are not allowed to tell you at the moment, you can come and speak to us at the end and all will be revealed. But we know that Brendan follows after his father. They're both committed businessmen. Brendan actually tried for us to hand around 8 kitchen flyers at each table today. He was going to offer every table 30% off. 30% off wedding party, take it once, opportunity. And me and David sat him down and we said, Brendan, this is not a business opportunity. This is a wedding. And as hard as it was, he actually agreed after a long time. So if it wasn't for me and David here, you would have Make Kitchen 30% off vouchers on your tables. But it gets even better than that, because Mr. PJ McAllister, aka Lovejoy, he actually said, lads, instead of doing a speech, would you run an auction for me from Rathfife Antiques? But once again, we said, PJ, this is the day for Brendan and Eleanor. There's no 30% off, there's no auctions, there's none of that stuff. Let's just enjoy our day. But anyway, there you go. Brendan, stories. Brendan will never be a locksmith, never. On the stag do, as he probably remembers, on the Saturday night, as he's getting old now and he can only last one night. We were all down in the reception, just ready to head out, and we get a call from Brendy. I'm locked in the bathroom. But he's locked in the bathroom in his own room that you can only lock from the inside. So 4 of us had to go up and say, knocked on the door, and like Brendy goes, I can't get out, I'm locked. And then we explained, Brendan, when the handle's up, you can just push it right down and then you get out. So, 30 minutes of Brendan, stressing out, lying on the ground, thought his life was over. 4 people had to run back from nearly their night out to save him, and we got him out. So Brendan will sell kitchens, but he will never be a locksmith. One more quick story from the stag do, because I've been in Australia for 3 years and I don't really know all the embarrassing things he's done since then, which I'm sure has been a few. But basically, Brendan is getting old. He's 30 years of age now. He's 30 years of age and he can't last 2 nights anymore. One night out, he can't do the second. He invited loads of his friends over on the Saturday night, saying, yep, go out. But the Friday night was so big that Brendan couldn't make it. So 8 o'clock at night, when the rest of the stag were heading out, fair enough, Brendan was tucked up in bed, as he was with his little photo of Eleanor stuck beside his head. He went. We left him in the room, the only person in the stag do that didn't go out on the Saturday night, with his little photo of Eleanor stuck to the side of his head, and we were all like, will we do this? Well, we'll just let him be. And there he was with his little photo of Eleanor lying asleep. Me and Ross Fisher is somewhere over there. We're coming back at 1 o'clock after, another night out in Newcastle. We're heading to our room, and all of a sudden you realise there's a body there. There's a body just outside our rooms, and we're like, someone's been killed here. What's went on? And there it was. It was Mr. newly married McAllister lying on the floor. But we don't know how many clothes he had on, because for the people that are here can decide how many clothes he had on. But he still had his wee photo of Eleanor stuck to the side of his face. So me and Ross just give him a little nudge. He goes, Brendan, get up, get into your bed. And when he lay there, he goes, I am up. And he goes, no, Brendan, you need to go to your bed. So he bounced up in his so-called clothes, and he said, yes, I'm away to bed. And he ran as far away from the room towards the lifts. We don't know where he ended up after that, and he ran away. So whether he was sleepwalking or whether he was taking the piss out of us, but when he ran naked towards the lift, he still had his little photo of Eleanor stuck to the side of his face, and that's the main thing.
Bobby.
And now David, it's on you.
Now Eleanor, a girl of many talents. Now the bride, you must be thinking this is going like a dream for you so far. But I'm afraid we couldn't let you go unsaved. I'm really sorry, Eleanor. Now, Eleanor is a girl of many talents. From what I understand, she's a wonderful teacher. She's organised an absolutely super wedding that everybody... But however, future F1 driver or MasterChef contestant, you are not, dear. So on that note, Eleanor, we've went to the trouble to get you a couple of gifts. Now, first off, tell me if you would like to hand Eleanor the first bag. Eleanor, would you like to share with the people assembled?
Right there.
Now, I know what you're all thinking, beans and pasta, the perfect meal. Is this what we're getting tonight? I'm afraid not. This is, according to Brenton and Anne, your speciality. Sunday roast, if you like, Tom, so that's what you want to call it. Now, Eleanor, would you pass the microphone over to you and tell us about what you cooked, Brenton, that night? Eleanor said it herself, but yes, I spoke to Brenton and he'd been very ill, and I said, Brenton, why have you been so sick? What's went on? And he divulged that Eleanor had made him pasta and beans for dinner, and it hadn't been down too well. I think Thomas also got a gift for Eleanor, don't you?